Salaki Israel, we're gonna get started in a second. Bear with me. I'm gonna let a couple of brothers and sisters get into class. It's a very important topic, of course. As you know, this is the Tuesday night Brotherhood class. I'm gonna get started shortly. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. Comment if you got questions. Put it in the chat, preferably on Facebook. I mean, Salaki, not Facebook, YouTube. That way I can see your comments and get to you. I'm unable to see the comments on Facebook. By another 30 seconds, and we're going to get it started. Bye. Aki, I don't know what the hell just gave me the runaround. All right. Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Shemi Al Shabarak thumb to the brothers. Yahweh Shemal Thun by Shemi Al Shah to the sisters. I'm Priest Officer Karan Yala, the ISHPK of Under Commanding General Yohana. And it's the Tuesday night Brotherhood class on the Sacramento Israelites page. As you can tell by the title, we're gonna get into violence. You understand, or violence being necessary to protect the nation. Now, before we get started, just a quick disclaimer. You understand? No way, shape, form, or fashion does the ISUBK, does Commanding General Yohana promote any type of violence. You understand? We don't have a history of violence. This is not a organization built on violence, nor do we spew out violence towards our enemy. You understand? Unless put in a position to where we're going to be harmed. You understand? We're not Christians. We will defend ourselves. But this class is basically just talking about um the history of violence playing a part in, I don't want to say the history because it's not necessarily a history class, but the how can I put this, the the necessity for violence in order to protect your people. You understand? And all throughout the Bible, the scriptures, and even in the societies of the times past, you understand, we understand that history has shown us in order for a nation to be able to sustain itself and protect its people, violence is necessary. You understand? So like, yeah, bear with me. I'm trying to make sure we stream right. If y'all could get in the chat and type of one if everything is streaming okay. I'm myself. Again, 1 second, Baba Kashab, bear with me. Okay. Okay, the Water Princess, Yahweh Shamal Lataba, Shimi Awashah, Kaila, appreciate it. All right. So now, as we know, uh, dealing with our nation of people, if you're familiar with the scriptures, you understand it's a number of instances that the children of Israel uh, had to rely on violence to protect our nation as a whole. You understand? If you look into the first 5 books of Moses, you understand a lot of the laws uh, being broken in the Old Testament resulted in people getting killed. You understand? Matter of fact, Salakia, let me get what I want. Get Romans 6:23. That's what I want, I believe. Romans chapter 6 and verse 23. For the wages of sin is death. You understand? A wage is something that you will pay. You understand? Like if you work in sin, then you will be paid with death. You understand? And of course, we know during the times of the Romans, you understand, being in rulership, the children of Israel, we didn't necessarily have a governing body of Israelites that were able to pronounce judgment on the people righteously, excuse me, uh, given that authority by the Lord. You understand? It was actually the total opposite. Our people lost that right because we preferred the judgment. You understand? And the nation as a whole, we went in to a mind frame of being Gentiles or being like the other nations and indulging in sin continuously. So the Lord stripped us of that power. You understand? But Romans 6 and 23, this is talking about the Lord pronouncing judgment on the children of Israel who choose to indulge in sin. You understand? I'm gonna read that again. Romans 6 and 23. For the wages of sin is death. You understand? If you sin, you will be paid with death. You understand? If you smoke cigarettes, you're going to die from cancer. You understand? If you live an alternative lifestyle and you lie down with the same gender, you understand that you are, then you're going to come up with some god awful disease and you're going to die from it. You understand? It's clear as day. You understand? It's like you. Matam Ya Bashimel Shabrakata, the water for tuning in. I appreciate you. Yaraga Bar, Yabashimel Shabrakata, the water for tuning in. I appreciate you. You understand? So reading on, middle of verse 23, Romans 6 chapter. But the gift of God is eternal life through Jesus Christ our Lord. You understand? Or Yahweh Shah Mashiach in the Hebrew. You understand? The gift of life is through Christ. You understand? Living how Christ told us to live. You understand? Obeying Christ. You understand? Damn right, Yaraga boy. I appreciate you. You understand? How you doing out there? How the rib doing? How the family doing? Lord willing, I'll see y'all soon, man. You understand? But I'm gonna read that again. But the gift of God is eternal life through Yahushua Mashiach, our King. You understand? That's the gift of God, eternal life. But you have to do exactly what Christ told you to do. Understand? And Christ wasn't no soft cat. You understand? Christ wasn't walking around saying we shall overcome and we need to come together with all of these nations. You understand? He wasn't saying none of that. As a matter of fact, let me get see Luke 19 and 27. This is what Christ said. For all you Christians that think Christ was a soft cat, you understand? And it's written in red, you understand? Meaning Christ said this out of his mouth. This is the book of Luke, chapter 19 and verse 27. But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them. You understand? Christ said, if you don't want him to reign over you, you are his enemy. You understand? Whether you be a black, Latino, Native American, you understand? Whether you be a Arab, whether you be a Caucasian man, you understand? Whether you be an East Indian, whether you be an oppressor, you understand? If you don't want Christ to reign over you, then you are his enemy. You understand? According to what he said, right? Bring hither and slay them before me. You understand? This don't sound like that hippie dude that y'all see in the pictures. You understand? With the stringy dog hair. You understand? Holding up the peace sign, looking like he just got finished smoking a blunt. You know what I'm saying? That don't sound like that dude. This sound like a warrior right here. This sound like a brother that's about the Lord's business. He said, "Bring them hither and slay them before me." Meaning, he wants his men that run the world up under him, you understand, to bring his enemies in front of his face and slay them or unalive them right there in front of his face. You understand? Of course, you know we got to be careful with what we say on YouTube because the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand? And they keep us from going live. They'll strike our channels. They'll take our pages from us. You understand? So, brothers and sisters, you got to be real careful on what you're saying on these platforms that's ran by these devils, by these Edomites. You understand? Because they say you got freedom of speech until you say something that offends your oppressor, and then he clip your whole show. You understand? But Salakia, Christ said, "Look, man, bring my enemies in front of me. You understand? I can slay them. You understand? If you don't want Christ to rule over you, then Christ wants you to die in front of his face. That's violence, you understand? And then you got to understand the mind frame of Christ. Christ lived in the times during the Romans. You understand? The Roman king over Judea, you understand, which is his name was Herod, that was set up by the Romans, you understand, portraying to be an Israelite, which he was an Edomite, right? He wanted to kill Christ so goddamn bad. When he couldn't find Christ, he killed every infant 2 years old and under that was in that region that Christ was supposed to be born in. Understand? Which shows you how much your oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And your oppressor understood this. He understood if a Messiah is to rise amongst the children of Israel, he's supposed to rule over the whole planet Earth. So what did the oppressor do at that time? He killed all of them babies. You understand? In order to protect his own nation from being in servitude niggas. You understand? Or some spicks, some wetbacks, some savages. You understand? He took action against us ruling over him because he wanted to protect his nation. He knew it would take violence in order for his people to not be up under the foot of these crack smoking niggas. You understand? Or these scam artists, you understand, or whatever they like to label us in the media, you understand? These pimps and drug dealers, these niggas that come up out of the ghetto that come from a life of crime. You understand? That was passed down generation to generation. How they look at us here in America. You understand? Big shout out to Commander General Yana for the excellent Passover. You understand? And another big shout out to Commander General Yohana for that fire Black Watch last night. If y'all don't know or if you didn't see Black Watch, go subscribe to Commander General Yohana's YouTube page called America on Fire. And he dropped some heavy information about them devils that run Raleigh, North Carolina, and the convention center that we just so happen to have our Passover in. You understand? Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shah, right? Salakia. Let me get Ecclesiastes chapter 3. This is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse, where was it? Where I want? This is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 3, and I'm gonna start at verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. You understand? To everything it's a season. You understand? Damn right, rock bar. Damn right, princess. Appreciate y'all. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. You understand? It's a time and a purpose for everything, every single thing. And the scriptures is going to tell you what it's talking about. You understand? A time to be born and a time to die. You understand? Babies is born. Old people die. You understand? Or when the Lord want to take you untimely for the wickedness that you living in, you're going to die because the Lord seen it was fit time for you to die. Just like he seen it was a time fit for you to be born. All right. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. You understand? You got to plant seeds, you understand, in order for them to grow. And then when it's time for them to grow, you got to take them up out the ground, you understand, in order you got to take what's been grown up out of the ground in order to feed yourself. You understand? In order to feed your family. It's a time to plant that corn or them tomatoes, you understand? Or any different type of fruits and vegetables. And it's a time to pick them. You understand? When they good and ripe and ready for you to eat them, you understand? For you to sustain your family, for you to fill the bellies of your children and the men, women, and children of your nation. You understand? Verse 3. A time to kill and a time to heal. There is a time to kill and a time to heal. You understand? Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shai, you understand? That time to kill is coming. You understand? And it's coming from Yahweh, you understand? Coming from Yahweh, and he's given the authority to Yahweh Shah to do a whole lot of killing on planet Earth. You understand? And it's just. You understand? Because the children of Israel have suffered tremendously in this empire. And not just this empire, the Greeks, the Romans, you understand, the Babylonians, the Assyrians, the Persians. We suffered throughout all of these different empires, and we got the short end of the stick. But Barakatah Yahweh Shah, it's going to be a time, you understand, for us to be on top. It's going to be a time for us to go out and start hunting people. You understand what you need? Real? Is it a lot? All right, just give me a minute. Salaki Israel. Give me 1 second, Baba. Wow, Salaki Israel. The water for brother and sister being patient with me. Wap Yabashim Shabarakatah. The water for tapping in. Salaki. Matter of fact, man, let's clap it up for my niggas, the wild man on that rank rag. Most high in Christ, man. Congratulations, brother. Y'all Shamar Lataba Shimi Awashai, Sade, sis. The water for tapping in. I appreciate you, sis. Salakia. Where was I? Right. Once again, Ecclesiastes 3:3. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. You understand? It's a time to kill and heal. Salakia. Salakia. It's a time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. You understand? Right? Everything on earth serves a purpose. Everything up under the sun serves a purpose on planet Earth, including our topic today, violence. You understand? Most High Christ, so congratulations again, my brother. You understand? Reading on. Salakia. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. You understand? We in the times of our people, you understand? Like it's a time for us to embrace each other all the time. You understand? And it's a time for us to build up our nation all the time. You understand? We don't have no time to be building up your oppressor's empire. You understand? You like, of course, us in the ISUBK, we understand that life is about warfare. You understand? You got to go to war with yourself. You understand? Spiritually. You understand? Sometimes physically. You understand? You got to beat yourself up. Not I don't want to say physically as far as like really putting harm to yourself, but you got to beat yourself up. You understand? In order to get away from sin. You understand? In order to keep from doing what society wants you to do. You understand? You got to look at yourself up under a microscope and keep yourself under constant scrutiny. You understand? In order to be in this truth. You understand? But Salaki, I'm gonna drop that. Hold on, let me see. Anything else I needed on that? Right. Salaki, I'm gonna jump down to verse 8. A time to love and a time to hate. You understand? It's a time to love and a time to hate. It's never the right time to love your oppressor. You understand? That's not what that's talking about. You understand? It's never a right time to love the people that have done so evilly to the children of Israel. Like I'm gonna give you all a quick story real quick, you understand? And I'm gonna have to go have a conference about this tomorrow, right? My daughter, you understand, she in the fourth grade right now, my oldest daughter. Now, here it is, it's April. It's damn near the end of the year. When school starts, where we at I believe school started in early, late August, something like that. You understand? I went up there and told my daughter's teacher specifically, like, look, we don't participate in any American holidays. You understand? She's not to participate in anything. Uh, Things like Valentine's Day, any holiday. You understand that's going to happen while they're at school. I don't even allow my daughter to go to school. You understand? Because I don't want it to be pushed on her. You understand? And I don't want them to exile her out of all of the activities that the children are going to be participating in, even though we don't give a damn about them activities. Understand? But I don't want her to be somewhere else where, you know, uh, uh, a place where she's not able to be monitored. You understand? Because all the attention is on some other activity that they got going on due to a holiday, you understand, or so-called holiday. So I'm picking my daughter up from school earlier, and first thing she say when she get in the car, she like, yeah, my teacher made me stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I said, what? Now, I done already had this conversation with her teacher, right? And I already told her like we don't indulge in the holidays. She not to stand to salute the flag, none of that garbage. You understand? So like all devils, and I knew exactly what my daughter was gonna tell me. You understand? Because the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of, and it just so happened that her teacher is an Edomite. It's a female, right? So now, uh, I asked my daughter, I'm like, okay, well, like you always sit down for the Pledge of Allegiance, right? She like, yeah. I'm like, you always the only one sitting down for the Pledge of Allegiance, right? And I know the answer to that too. I'm the only one in this city that I live in that's in the truth. You understand? So nobody else, child, whether you black, Latino, or Native American Indian, you don't hold the same values. You understand? Because you're not a part of the I should be kept under command of General Yohana. So my daughter, she's somewhat of an outcast. You understand? Now, I asked her, I'm like, okay, so you sit down for the Pledge of Allegiance all the time, right? She like, yeah. So I'm like, what made her say something to you today? Right. And she was like, I don't know. I said, what did she say? And I knew the answer to it. I was like, what was her reason to make you stand up for the flag? And this is what my daughter told me. She said her teacher told her that she still has to stand up in order to show respect. I said, damn, I knew she was going to tell me that. You understand? But I was trying to get this devil the benefit of the doubt because she seemed like she was an understanding devil. You understand? So like it. Let me get Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 10. She seemed like she was an understanding devil, you understand? But of course, me being a priest and prophet of the Lord, I know better, you understand? So she said, she told my daughter, like, yeah, she has to stand in order to show respect. And my daughter, of course, I raise my children to be respectful to anybody. You understand? I don't give a damn if you black, Latino, Native American, Indian. It's not going to do my daughter any good to be disrespectful or defiant in the classroom just because we know that this is our enemy and she's a devil. You understand? So my daughter complies. Of course, she don't salute the flag and put the hand on the chest and all of this type of nonsense. You understand? But she stood up. So I told her, okay, that was cool. I'm gonna go holler at your teacher tomorrow. You understand? But it made me realize, Yabba Shemal Shabrakatah Nadzab, sir. It made me well, I don't want to say it made me realize, but it brought me to this scripture instantly. You understand? This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, and verse 10. It says, never trust thine enemy. You understand? Don't ever trust your enemy. You understand? Even though this is my daughter's teacher, you understand? She's still an Edomite. She still is the daughter of some oppressor who as far as what I know and what I just seen today, she loves the hell out of this country, and she loves this country way more than she loves niggas. I don't give a damn how old you are. Like, for her to tell this 9-year-old girl that she should still stand up for this flag in order to show respect tells me one thing about this teacher. You don't give a damn about black people. You understand? You don't give a damn about these little black children that you teaching in this public school. You understand? And furthermore, you don't give a damn about the history of what happened to these people. You understand? Us being descendants of slaves who were enslaved by your ancestors. You understand? Reading on. Salakia. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. You understand? This is a goddamn public school teacher, some Edomite lady. You understand? Some devil that told my daughter she needs to stand up for the flag in order to show respect. You know who they say that to? They say that to grown black people in the goddamn NFL that they just want to shut up and play ball. They say that to grown black people that play basketball, you understand, for a National Basketball Association with some devil who making billions of dollars off of these rich slaves, you understand? And they don't want you to be political about anything. They want you to shut up, keep entertaining these people, and uh, be happy with your millions of dollars that you're making. You understand? That's exactly what this goddamn devil told my daughter today in so many words. You understand? She needs to show respect for the same goddamn country that enslaved her ancestors and put so many tricks and so many crafty counsels in order to keep our people in the projects. Like, I mean, of course, I'm in the UPK. You understand? We can't escape the curses. You understand? Fully. You understand? My life is too wild right now. I'm in the truth. You know what I'm saying? I don't really got too many worries, but we do still live in the ghetto. I don't live around a bunch of rich white people. You understand? I live in the projects down there. You understand? But this Edomite, this devil, she don't give a damn about none of that. You understand? She wants this little girl to stand up to show respect for this flag because she loves this country and she don't give a damn that black people had to suffer behind this country being built. You understand? Just like a court jester or a clown put on a happy face, even though you of your or your people struggle to survive. Absolutely. You understand? Absolutely. Man, so why you hit it right on the head? Absolutely. You understand? These devils don't give a damn about us. You understand? But Salakia, back to Ecclesiasticus chapter 3 and verse 8. A time to love and a time to hate. You understand? Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. You are living in an empire where 100% of the time that you eat, sleep, breathe there and work in this empire, it is a time to hate this empire. You understand? Now, of course, I'm not saying go and show this empire how much you hate it. Hate it. You understand? You see it all the time. We see Caucasians that walk past us say, "Hey, how you doing, DeAndre? How you doing? How's work?" You understand? Like I talk to Natazab all the time. You understand? And some of the stuff that he tell me about these oppressors, you understand, at the work site and them being so goddamn evil, I've heard it I've heard it too often. You understand? But they don't show you outrightly that they hate you. They just do borderline racist stuff to you, say offensive stuff to you, and act like nothing's wrong. You understand? And that's what blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians need to do in this empire. Go ahead and go to work. Get your money. Pay your bills. You understand? Make sure you educating your children outside of that school system. You understand? And then when you get amongst your people, you can go ahead and talk down on all the Edomites that you want to. You understand? You can go ahead and talk down on any other race of people all you goddamn want to. You see a white man in the airport, you understand? Say hi, how you doing? You understand? You have a nice day. As soon as he walk off, you by all means, you understand? Talk bad about him to your brothers. Talk bad about them to your wife. You understand? Because that's what they do to us. You understand? It's a time to hate them. You understand? Not physically hating them. You understand? By doing harm to them. You understand? But acknowledging them, that is your enemy. You understand? Salakia. A time of war and a time to make peace. You understand? It's a time of war and a time to make peace. You understand? Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. I'm gonna let y'all in on the secret. We not at peace with America. You understand? This is why we don't salute the flag. You understand? This is why we don't celebrate your holiday. Why I don't eat your abominations. You understand? This is why we celebrate the Passover, Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shah, because we understand that the Lord is going to come save us from our enemies. You understand? And we understand who our enemies are. You understand? Everybody that's not a black, Latino, and Native American Indian, they have had a hand in your destruction. Salakia. Let me get First Maccabees, the 2nd chapter and the 10th verse. Salaki, I'm kind of going off the head right now, but y'all get the picture. This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 2 and verse 10. What nation have had, Salaki, what nation have not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils? All of these nations have benefited off the children of Israel. You understand? All of these nations have spoiled the children of Israel, not just in this empire. You understand? In the empires abroad and in the ancient empires. You understand? Everybody has had a hand in the children of Israel being destroyed. You understand? You got your East Indians, they own your gas stations. You understand? You got your agents, they own your laundromats and your nail salons. You understand? And all of these is in our communities. You understand? They own Chinese food right there in your neighborhood. Right there in the hood, it's a Chinese food spot damn near every corner in Oakland. You understand? And black people, we eat at them places. Just like New York, it's a whole lot of Chinese food places smack dab in the middle of the ghetto. You understand? But ain't no fried chicken places in the Asian neighborhood. It ain't no soul food restaurants where East Indians lay their heads at. You understand? You got these Arabs, they own all the liquor stores, selling you all this goddamn tobacco. Don't forget about the oppressor. Good night. He owns every corporation, every big business that's right there in your neighborhood for you to consume all their products and spend your money on garbage. You understand? Because all these nations have had a hand in us being spoiled. You understand? Salakia. Let me get Salakia. The book of Leviticus, the 20th chapter. Verse. It's the book of Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 10. And a man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, and he that committeth adultery with his neighbor, even he that have committed adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. You understand? There's some violence for you in the law. You understand? If you commit adultery with another man's wife, Back in the days, the you would be put on trial, and the priest would kill you if you was found guilty. Not just the man, but the man and the woman. You understand? Because you know what that did? That weaned out sin. You understand? Like, you got to understand, right? This is how powerful violence is. You understand? And a lot of brothers that grew up in a neighborhood that was a bad neighborhood, and you see what was going on with the biggest drug dealer or the person who really had the hood on smash. He was the most violent out of everybody. You understand? Because he had to build up a reputation for nobody to play with him. You understand? And that's the same spirit that the men in the days of old have, but on a righteous end. You understand? Not being selfish. Like niggas in the Bible was not killing to protect the goddamn block. You understand? Or a drug empire. You understand? Or killing somebody because uh they wanted everybody to fear him so he could sell the most drugs. Now, that ain't what the hell was going on in the scriptures. In the scriptures, you was getting killed by a righteous high priest, you understand, for sinning against God, you understand? Because what that would do is, let's say one brother's a drug dealer or adulterer and a sister is adulteress, right? If that brother is put to death for that sin, you know what that's going to do to the rest of the people round about him that seen what he got put to death for? That's going to make them scared to sin. You understand? And that's going to keep the nation pure and righteous. You understand? Slakia. No nation became a nation if it doesn't have warriors ready to throw down and defend the law. History is repeating itself in 2023 through the book of Exodus when the government feared an uprising. Look, 1968. The first part of that you got right. You understand? You damn right. I'm gonna read that again. No nation can become a nation if it doesn't have warriors ready to throw down and defend the law. Absolutely. You understand? And that's what we're doing here in the ISBK. Now, of course, we're not physically getting violent, you understand? We will defend ourselves, but we not enforcing the law. We don't have the authority to enforce the law because we forfeited that in the days of old. You understand? And this is what's going on in this empire in the ISBK up under Commander General Yohana. Of course, to a certain extent, the men in the ISBK, we enforce the law. But you're not finna get beat up in here like the Nation of Islam. You do something worthy of death, you getting your ass kicked out this school. Period. Point blank. You understand? No ifs, ands, or buts. You understand? If you get brought up on charges of you disobeying one of these laws, one of these commandments that caused brothers to get killed back in the day, if you could commit adultery, you getting kicked the hell up out of here. You understand? Period. You understand? If a nigga find if we find out a nigga selling drugs, you understand, or you being a pimp, or a sister is being a prostitute, or she didn't commit adultery on her husband, you understand? You getting your ass kicked up out of here. Period. Point blank. You understand? That's how we defend the law. You understand? But of course, in the days of old, you will be put to death for those type of actions. You understand? And that's what Christ is going to that's what he's going to bring back in society. You understand? In the kingdom of heaven, you better not eat no goddamn piece of pork. You understand? You're gonna have your goddamn head chopped off. Because you know why? America has certain dietary laws. Like, it's illegal for you to eat a goddamn a bat in America. You understand? But if America enforced those laws on China, you understand? Then we wouldn't have had COVID-19. And this is exactly why the Lord has Christ to be next to rule forever. You understand? Nah, you, hey, 1968, you too wild. You know what I'm saying? You too wild. Don't even worry about that. But what you said in that comment, a lot of that was absolutely true. You have to have a nation of warriors that's going to defend this law. You understand? That was absolutely true. And the water for the comments too, 1968. You know, you my nigga. I fucks with you. Excuse my French. Salakia. Let's get some more of this law. Let's go to the book of Exodus, chapter 22 and verse 18. The book of Exodus, chapter 22 and verse 18. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. You understand? Back in the times of us being in rulership over our own people and us having high priests, you understand, that had the authority to render judgment over brothers that broke the law. If you was a goddamn drug dealer, you got killed. That's what a witch is. You understand? Or a sorcerer. That's somebody that makes potions, you understand, and cast spells on people by getting them high. You understand? This ain't no Harry Potter and all of this type of what you call that, this spooky nonsense that you see in these movies. Nah, being a witch or warlock or a sorcerer, that's being a goddamn drug dealer. You ever seen the movie Hocus Pocus? You understand? Them three witches, they had the big what is called a cauldron. I believe that's the name of it, the big old pot where they was mixing potions. You understand? That's exactly what a brother is. You understand? When you are a drug dealer, you understand? You blending up that heroin or you cooking up that cocaine and the crack. So, lucky I've been in the game before. Excuse my knowledge about the BS. You understand? But I'm quite familiar. You understand, with that side of life coming from the background that I come from. And it's the same exact thing that brothers did back in the days of old. You understand? Niggas was selling dope. Niggas was smoking weed. You understand? They did this in ancient Egypt. You understand? During the Babylonian captivity. You understand? During the Greek captivity, the Roman Empire. You understand? Brothers was selling drugs. Brothers was getting high, smoking cigarettes, all of this nonsense. You understand? And back when our leaders were in rulership and they had the authority, they would put you to death for being a goddamn drug. You understand? It wasn't no nigga standing in the neighborhood in front of his projects back when Moses, you understand, ruled over the children of Israel during the time of us being in the wilderness. You understand? If Joshua caught you, you understand, mixing up some type of potion for you to alter your goddamn mind, they would kill you. You understand? Because we don't want you to infect our nation with this BS. You understand? Salakia. Matter of fact, let's go to um Exodus, the 32nd chapter. Exodus 32 and 9. And the Lord said unto Moses, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people. Now, Exodus, the 32nd chapter, is I'm gonna give you all a quick little history of it. When Moses went up into the mountains, you understand, to go minister unto the Lord, you understand, to get instructions on what the Lord wanted him to do, you understand, and the laws that he was supposed to write for the children of Israel. The children of Israel, niggas went back into the mind frame of wanting to be in slavery to Egypt. You understand? So they came to Aaron aggressively, like, look, man, we don't know where this nigga Moses went. So we need you to make us some gods. You understand? And what Aaron did, he complied to them because, of course, you know what I'm saying? You got niggas that just came out of slavery. You understand? Niggas that just came out of servitude. Now they in the wilderness and they don't know what the hell to do with themselves. And if you look at what happened between Moses and the Egyptian that he killed, you understand? And when he came out the next day, he found two niggas getting into an argument with each other. That's what poverty and oppression does to a nation of people. It'll turn niggas violent. You understand? And what happened was you got a whole lot of violent niggas that was in captivity to these Egyptians that was ready to hurt somebody. You understand? And what they did was they pushed up on Aaron like, look, bro, we don't know where this nigga Moses went. You know what I'm saying? So now you need to make us a God, you understand, that we could worship because we don't know what the hell to do. And so what Aaron did was he took all of the gold that they had and he made them a molten calf. You understand? And this bull god that they had, this was the same type of gods that they was worshiping in ancient Egypt. You understand? So the Lord seen this, and he seen exactly what happened. And he told Moses, like, look, this is a stiff-necked people. Like, man, these niggas is hard-headed. Understand? Reading on. Verse 10. Now, therefore, let me alone, that my wrath may wax hot against them, and that I may consume them, and I will make of thee a great nation. You understand? Look, he said, leave me alone, Moses, because I'm finna kill these Negroes. You understand? 1968, Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shai. I appreciate the kind words, bro. Listen, I learned this from the men above me, Salakia. But Moses was like, look, bro, check this out. I mean, the Lord was like, look, Moses, check this out. Go ahead and go about your business. I'm finna kill these niggas. They got me effed up. You understand? Like the scriptures say, the Lord is a jealous God, meaning the Lord want his glory. You understand? The Lord brought the children of Israel out of captivity to these goddamn Hamites with a strong and mighty hand and decimated their whole goddamn army. And now you niggas want to worship a goddamn cow that y'all got from these Egyptians. Oh man, y'all got me effed up. That's how the Lord get down. You understand? He like, man, look, Moses, I'm finna kill these niggas because they got me effed up. I done did all of this. Killed the firstborn of these goddamn Egyptians. You understand? I didn't let loose so many unheard of plagues on these Egyptians to where not only did they let y'all go, they let y'all go with great substance. Y'all spoiled the Egyptians. They gave y'all so much goddamn gold and precious stones that the Egyptians was poor when y'all left. And you mean to tell me you want to worship their God? Come on, man. I'm about to kill these niggas. You understand? And of course, the Lord repented of what he was about to do because Moses loved the children of Israel. You understand? And plenty of times the Lord killed a lot of Israelites during the time that we was in the wilderness. You understand? So much so that Caleb and Joshua was the only two brothers that actually seen the land of Israel or the land of Canaan. You understand? That actually lived through those times of coming out of Egypt. You understand? These was the only two brothers. Everybody else died. You understand? But Salakia. Let me see. Go to Jeremiah 16:16. I know I'm all over the place, y'all. Just bear with me. You understand? Of course. I pray that it makes sense. Appreciate you, 1968. Definitely appreciate you, brother. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16 and verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish. You understand? The Lord has sent many fishers. You understand? Commander General Yana, the generals, you understand? The captains, the officers. We fishing for men. 1968, listen to this good, brother. You understand? We fishing for men. We out here to show our people that the ISUBK is the way. You understand? This is how you make sure of your election. You understand? All the rest of them fake Israelite groups, they got a whole lot of dirt on their name. You understand? First of all, anybody tell you that they have not learned from the ISUBK directly or indirectly is a goddamn lie. You understand? Commanding General Yohana did not create this school. You understand? He just stood long enough for the school to be damn near dismantled, and he never dropped his sword. He is the only brother from the original ISUBK that is still standing and still teaching the same thing that the seven heads taught him. You understand? Man, most high Christ for that brother, Commander General Yana. You understand? And too humble to a fault at times. You understand? But he understood what the Lord gave him. You understand? He understood what it meant to actually love your nation. You understand? And he spent 30 plus years combing through these scriptures, being taught. You understand? Going to camp. You understand? Following orders. You understand? Fulfilling what Christ told his disciples to do. You understand? Commander General Yana did all of that. And when all of them brothers left him, he was down to himself and two other brothers. You understand? And with that, it's a whole lot of brothers that then came into the school that the Lord have chosen to be the men up under Commander General Yana to give Commander General Yana more brothers than he had during the previous times of the ISUBK. You understand? But Jeremiah 16 and middle of verse 16. And they shall, Salaki, I'm going to read from the top. Behold, I will send many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish. And after will I send many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and for every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. You understand? Right now we fishing. We telling brothers to get in class. You understand? Come to camp, come to our camp speakers, right? Come get in class, do your 90 days, get your Hebrew name and go up through these ranks. You understand? And do it while you got a chance. Do it while the men in the ISUBK are fishers. You understand? Because you don't want to see niggas like Karak Ice, you understand, as a hunter. You don't want to see niggas that's named Natazab, you understand, or Kabada Ban, you understand, or Kwam Wa'al, you understand? You don't want to see Yaragabor or Matam Yad be a hunter. You don't want to see that. You understand? Because Christ came as a fisherman at first. You understand? And then when he comes back, he's going to be a hunter. You understand? It's going to be a whole lot of death and destruction because the children of Israel have suffered so much in these empires. You understand? And that's necessary. It's necessary for our people to actually understand that. Look, this time we come in peace. You understand? But when them chariots come pick brothers up, and that third world war is decimated by Christ and his 100 million angels, you understand? When we get off them, when we get off of those chariots, you understand? And we got to come back on planet Earth, you understand? To subdue the remnant, man, look, it's going to be a cold damn hell for the rest of these nations and for these people that don't want Christ to rule over them. Understand? Because niggas are going to be hunting. Thus saith the Lord. You understand? And it's just. Salaki. We go to 1 Samuel, the 15th chapter. The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15, and verse 1. Samuel also said unto Saul, the Lord sent me to anoint thee to be king over his people, over Israel. Now therefore hearken thou unto the voice of the words of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, I remember that which Amalek did to that which Amalek did to Israel, how he laid wait for him in the way when he came up from Egypt. Understand? The Lord didn't forget what these Amalekites did to us when we were coming out of Egypt, how they laid in wait, you understand, and waited for us to walk past to attack the feeble, you understand, the elder people, the weak, the children, the women, you understand? And if you don't know who Amalek is today, that's your so-called Jewish man or the little hat people. You understand? That's what we're going to call them, the little hat people, the yarmulke wearing bastards. You understand? Them, your so-called Jewish man. That's Amalek today. The Lord ain't forget about what Amalek did to us. You understand? Verse 3. Now go and smite Amalek and utterly destroy all that they have and spare them not. The Lord told Saul to go smite Amalek and utterly destroy them, meaning unalive them all. You understand? Get rid of them and everything that they have, right? And spare them not. Don't show no pity on them. You understand? Have no compassion on them. You understand? Show no mercy, right? Salakia. But slay both man and woman, infant and suckling, ox and sheep, camel and ass. Hold on, man. Look. He said slay man and woman and they kids and they goddamn sheeps and ox. He said not only kill the people and their children, kill their goddamn animals. You understand? The Lord didn't even want their damn animals for a damn sacrifice. He said destroy every goddamn thing. You understand? That's the God that we serve. You understand? A God that understands that violence is necessary to protect his people. You understand? Salakia. Go to 1 Kings, the 18th chapter and the 40th verse. Right. Absolutely 1968. Everybody. In 1960, I definitely appreciate you attending the classes, brother. You understand? But uh uh you gotta start coming to these classes. We got a building in Richmond, 2213 McDonald Avenue, Richmond, California is where we hold the classes at in the building. Lord willing, we'll have another building, another school in Sacramento soon. You understand? Brothers is definitely gonna put in that work. All right. Slide here. First Kings 18 and 40. And Elijah said unto them, take the prophets of Baal, let not one of them escape. And they took them, and Elijah brought them down to the brook of Kishon and slew them there. You understand? Most High Christ, Matam Yah. I mean, Salakia, 1968. I appreciate you, brother. You understand? Damn right, you Ragabor. So, this is Elijah, you understand, after, if you know the history of what was going on through Elijah, Elijah was being persecuted by some heathen named Jezebel. You understand? She happened to be married to the king of Israel at that time, which his name was Ahab. You understand? And this broad, she killed the prophets of the Lord. You understand? And Obadiah, you understand? He was saving some of the prophets of the Lord and feed them in caves and stuff. You understand? And Elijah, he was so zealous for the Lord that he came up with an idea to have a contest on how they know they should serve the Lord of the Bible or serve the Lord of these Philistines. Understand? Which is the Baal. You understand? Right? I ain't gonna go into the story too much for time's sake. But if you want to read about that story, go to First Kings, the 18th chapter. You understand? And long story short, the people understood that they should serve Yahweh, you understand, the God of the Bible, the God of the children of Israel. And after the people understood that the Lord was the true living God that they should be serving, you understand, Elijah, he went ahead and unalived all of the prophets of Baal, you understand, Israelites and Philistines included, you understand. He got rid of these niggas. Salakia. Mm. We go to First Samuel chapter 25. Let's get into David before he was king. You understand? Because as you know, the Lord didn't allow David to build him a house because David had too much blood on his hands. Understand? David was a valiant warrior. Understand? I know you all know the story of David and Goliath on how he was triumphant. You understand? Of course, with the power of the Lord over some goddamn 8-foot Hamite. You understand? That's like Allen Iverson killing Manute Bol in a goddamn in a battle, you understand, or you know what I'm saying, in hand-to-hand combat, you understand? And David, him being a man of war and a man of no fear, the Lord delivered him from the Philistines and delivered the Philistine into his hand. You understand? But let's go to First Samuel, the 25th chapter. And I'm gonna start at verse 1. And Samuel died, and all the Israelites were gathered together and lamented him and buried him in his house at Ramah. And David arose and went down to the wilderness of Paran. You understand? So Samuel died. Samuel is the brother that anointed Saul to be king, and also um, came to Saul and told him that the kingdom would be stripped from him disobeying the Lord. You understand? By not utterly destroying Amalek like he was given order, like I just read in First Samuel, the 15th chapter, right? Verse 2. And there was a man in Moab whose possessions were in Carmel, And the man was very great, and he had 3,000 sheep and 1,000 goats, and he was shearing his sheep in Carmel. So this was a man, you understand, that had a whole lot of substance. He was rich. To have 3,000 sheep, you rich. You can have 3,000 sheep today, and you're rich. You understand? Because of course that's livestock. They're gonna reproduce, procreate. You understand? You're gonna always have meat for sale. You're always gonna have wool for sale. You're gonna have goat milk for sale. You're gonna have a whole lot of substance, you understand, to sell with having 3,000 sheep. You understand? So like 3,000 sheep and 1,000 goats. Excuse me. Verse 3. Now the name of the man was Nabal, and the name of his wife Abigail. And she was a woman of good understanding and of beautiful countenance. But the man was churlish and evil in his doings. And he was of the house of Caleb. You understand? Now, this brother was an Israelite. You understand? He was of the house of Caleb. Remember how I just told y'all Joshua and Caleb, these two brothers was the only ones that was able to see the land of Canaan, you understand, that actually went through the wilderness coming up out of Egypt. You understand? Well, this brother Nabal, he was of the house of Caleb. You understand? He was a descendant of Caleb. This brother had a whole lot of money. He had a wife named Abigail, and she was a beautiful and understanding sister. You understand? When they say she had a beautiful countenance, meaning this sister was a pretty sister. You understand? She was a good looking sister, and she had understanding. You understand? But this dude was curlish. You understand? He was a selfish dude. You know what I'm saying? Greedy. You understand? It says and evil in his doings. You understand? This was an evil nigga. You understand? Some wicked, greedy Negro, just like your pastors, your Creflo Dollars. You understand? Your Steve Harveys. You know what I'm saying? What's that other dude name? Excuse me. Charles Barkley. Yeah. Which Charles Barkley got told to his face by some damn devil that it sound what's the word I'm looking for? It sounded I'm gonna keep it clean. It sounded pause or LGBTQ-ish. You understand that a black man feels like uh, uh he should be able to come together with other nation of people. And that oppressor told him, dude, you sound gay, and like you sound like homosexual, Salakia. You understand? But anyway, reading on. Verse 4. And David heard in the wilderness that Nabal did shear his sheep. And David sent out 10 young men. And David said unto the young men, get you up to Carmel and go to Nabal and greet him in my name. And thus shall ye say to him that liveth in prosperity, peace be both to thee and peace to thine house, and peace be unto all that thou hast. And now I have heard that thou hast shearers. Now thy shepherds which were with us, we hurt them not, neither was there aught missing unto them, all the while they were in Carmel. Ask thy young men, and they will show thee. Wherefore, let the young men find favor in thy eyes, for we come in good day. So like it come in a good day. Give, I pray thee, whatsoever cometh to thy hand unto thy servants and to thy son David. You understand? So this brother David, he sent 10 young men unto Nabal and basically told him, like, look, bro, I'm in need right now. You understand? I helped you out. I made sure your men that served you, I made sure that everything was to wow with them. You understand? We helped them out. We ain't take nothing from them. We made sure everything was to wow with them. I'm in need right now. I'm on a run from Saul. You understand? I need a couple dollars. You understand? I need a loan, basically. You understand? I need you to help us sustain ourselves up here. You understand? Because we doing bad right now, and in times past, we looked out for you. I just pray that you return the favor. You understand? All right. And when David's young men came, they spake to Nabal according to all those words in the name of David and ceased. And Nabal answered David's servants and said, who is David and who is the son of Jesse? There be many servants nowadays that break away, every man from his master. Shall I then take my bread and my water and my flesh that I have killed for my shearers, and give it unto men whom I know not whence they be. So he got at David like, look, bro, I don't owe y'all niggas nothing. You understand? Matter of fact, I don't even know you niggas. Like, who is you? You understand? Basically, it's the same thing as it's the same type of mind frame that Pharaoh that rose up over the children of Egypt when they say he didn't know Joseph. He didn't give a damn about what Joseph and the children of Israel did to save the land of Egypt. He just knew that you niggas is not my people. I don't give a damn about y'all plight. I don't give a damn about y'all poverty. I don't care what y'all going through. Understand? I'm here to help my own people out. And this is the same thing that this brother Nabal did, the same spirit that he was in. David helped him out, looked out for his men. That was the shearers that worked for him. You understand? And he got at David's service like, look, bro, we ain't giving y'all nothing. I don't give a damn about what y'all did to us. I don't know you niggas. You understand? Reading on. And David, Salakia. So David's young men turned their way and went again and came and told him all those sayings. And David said unto his men, gird ye on every man his sword. And they girded on every man his sword. And David also girded on his sword. And they went up after David, about 400 men, and 200 of bold by the stuff. So look, you got to understand that the mind frame that David is in. David just got turned down for help that was actually owed to him because he actually looked out for this brother Nabal. You understand? So David being impoverished and being oppressed, you know what David did? He strapped on his weapons and told his men to get their weapons. You understand? They was ready to go out and kill somebody. You understand? They was about to bring it to Nabal because Nabal didn't give a damn about how much in poverty that they was. He didn't give a damn about them sleeping in caves and them having little to no food to eat, even though they helped Nabal and all of his goddamn riches. And it wouldn't even hurt it Nabal to actually look out for David. You understand? But Nabal didn't give a damn. You understand? He was a greedy, filthy bastard. And David was finna bring violence to that man. You understand? He was finna go hurt somebody behind his people being impoverished because David understood his men needed to sustain themselves with resources. You understand? He understood that, okay, we asked nicely. You understand? He don't want to give it to us. Now we bring violence. You understand? And of course, like I said, and I should be kept under Commander General Hana, we don't advocate or promote violence. You understand? But I'm giving you a little bit of history of brothers that actually knew that violence had to be necessary in order to protect his people. You understand? And of course, when you read on in the chapter, the sister Abigail, you understand, her being of understanding and being a kind-hearted sister, she came and looked out for David. You understand? And thus her looking out for David, she saved her own husband's life. You understand? They feared King David's reputation of war. He was a man of blood. Now you absolutely correct. He was a warrior. Understand? He was a brother that understood that. Look, when he was a brother that understood that it was a time for war and it was a time of peace. You understand? And at this time in 1 Samuel, the 25th chapter, it was a time for war, according to how David felt. You understand? Because he told 400 of his men, look, man, get y'all knives. You understand? That's equivalent like bro, strap up. You understand? Or get y'all bangers. You understand? These people got us effed up. They gonna know how we coming in a hot second. You understand? And that's what the brother did. Salakia. Let me see. Let's go to the book of John, chapter 18, and the 10th verse. This is concerning Christ, right? It's the book of John, chapter 18, and verse 10. Then Simon Peter, having a sword, drew it and smote the high priest's servant and cut off his right ear. The servant's name was Malchus. You understand? This is during the time when they came to come capture Christ. You understand? To arrest Christ, to take him to be put to death. Peter understood that this was the king of our nation, and he was to save the children of Israel from being in poverty, you understand, and being oppressed by these Romans and these Sadducees and Pharisees that was set up over the children of Israel by the Romans. He understood that this was our king, and he wanted us to not be in hell. He wanted us to not be in poverty. He wanted us to not have to live on our knees. So Peter, not understanding that Christ had to die for the children of Israel, he only looked at it from a carnal mind frame. He looked at it like, man, look, this is my king. You know what I'm saying? Like, this brother actually loves the children of Israel. Man, I will kill you about this man. You understand? And he cut that damn high priest ear off. You understand? He came close to Christ. He cut his ear off. You got to be a skilled nigga with a weapon to cut somebody just their ear off. You understand? Like, a weapon, a sword is heavy. You understand? Not only is it heavy, it's very sharp. A sword that you go into war with. You understand? So for Peter to just cut this dude's ear off and then don't damage anything else, these was brothers that was trained and skilled at war. You understand? Salakia. Let's go to the book of Maccabees, which is one of my favorite books. 1968, you hella funny. Cutthroat Committee has been around a long time. Nah, I get what you said. You know what I'm saying? You can call it the Cut Ear Committee or something. Nah, so like I'm being funny. You know what I'm saying? But I get what you said. 1968, of course. These brothers were not playing. You understand? So like him, but the cutthroats, or the Cutthroat Committee in that sense, that's the oppressor, man. You understand? They cutthroat. They vicious, violent. You understand? Salakia. It's the book of First Maccabees, chapter 2, and start at verse 7. He said, "Woe is me! Wherefore was I born to see the misery of my people and of the holy city, and to dwell there, when it was delivered into the hand of the enemy, and the sanctuary into the hand of strangers." You understand? This Mattathias, right? Mattathias, him being the father of Judas Maccabees. You understand? These first and second Maccabees was named after his son. You understand? But Mattathias led the charge in order to put it in the mind frame of his sons, that and the other men that were up under him, that look, if we don't do something, these goddamn Greeks are going to slaughter us. You understand? We have to gird up our loins and be men for our nation. You understand? So this brother, he sat back and was like, damn, man, we in a messed up state of mind. Like, woe is me, meaning, man, I'm being destroyed. You understand? I'm seeing the children of my people being slaughtered out in the streets. You understand? These goddamn Greeks, they run our goddamn sanctuary. You understand? Which is the holy house of the Lord. Like the land of Israel, or the city of David, or the city of Jerusalem. You understand? The city of Zion. This is being ran by Greeks, by Edomites. Man, goddamn, I'm destroyed. You understand? What the hell happened to my nation? For me to be born in this place, and me to see the shift of our people being a rulership. Now it's a whole lot of goddamn Caucasian men running around, and our people are actually indulgent in the customs and in the lifestyle of the rest of these people. Boy, are we destroyed. You understand? That's what he's saying. Woe is me, right? Salakia. Her temple is become as a man without glory. Her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity. Her infants are slain in the streets, her young men with the sword of the enemy. Just like today, when you see brothers get killed in the streets, you understand, or brothers being murdered unjustly by racist police officers. This is the same thing that Mattathias was saying. Understand? Now you too wild, so why be too wild? Don't even worry about it. But the same thing that you see in this empire, you understand? Our sisters aborting our babies, brothers being killed unjustly by racist police officers. That's the same thing that the Maccabees seen in the Greek Empire. You understand? It was the same exact thing, right? Even worse, they was killing you for not eating pork. Barakadiah Hawashai, that the Lord having mercy on us in this empire. You understand? Because if this was anything like the Greeks, nigga, they'd come in my house and kill me for teaching this class. You understand? It was illegal for us to call ourselves Jews or Israelites. When you read Second Maccabees, the 6th chapter and the 6th verse, you understand? It was illegal, right? Salakia. What nation have not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils? All her ornaments are taken away. Of a free woman, she has become a bondwoman. And behold, our sanctuary, even our beauty and our glory is laid waste, and the Gentiles have profaned it. Understand? Look, man, we was being destroyed during that Greek Empire. You understand? But this brother Mattathias, he understood something, and we gonna get to that. You understand? To what end, therefore, shall we live any longer? Look, man, he was willing to, he was ready to give up the ghost. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how Kevin Gates, you know what I'm saying? He be like, man, if a nigga disrespect me, man, I'm gonna die about it. That's right here in the Bible. You understand? That's what Mattathias was basically saying. Like, man, why, bruh, I'm ready to die about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, why should I live any longer? He was willing to go to war, and he go to war. He did. You know what I'm saying? Salakia. Then Mattathias and his sons rent their clothes and put on sackcloth and mourn very sore. In the meanwhile, the king's officers, such as compelled the people to revolt, came into the city Modan to make them sacrifice. And when many of Israel came unto them, Mattathias also and his sons came together. Then answered the king's officers and said to Mattathias on this wise, thou art a ruler and an honorable man and a great man, Salakia, and great man in this city, and strengthened with sons and brethren. Right? He's saying Mattathias, like you a big dog in this city. You got a lot of influence. You understand? You got a lot of brothers up under you that follow you, and you got a lot of sons. You know what I'm saying? You a big figure in this city. You understand? People look up to you. Like it. Verse 18. Now therefore come thou first and fulfill the king's commandment, like as all of Salakia, like as all the heathen have done, yea, and the men of Judah also, and such as remain at Jerusalem. So shalt thou and thy house be in the number of the king's friends, and thou and thy children shall be honored with silver and gold and many rewards. He like, man, look, come get down with us, bro. Come do what we do. Come do what the king, you know what I'm saying, commanded the people to do. Go ahead, come get some of these baby back ribs. You understand? Go sleep with another man's wife. You understand? Do all of that. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna be in a number of the king's friends. And the reason why he getting at Mattathias like this, because he understands that Mattathias has a lot of influence over the people. You understand? Being who he is. And him having influence over the people, it'll make it easier for them, for these Greeks, to keep a strong hand over the children of Israel, because they're going to keep sinning against the Lord and doing exactly what the Greeks want them to do. If they have somebody of a high stature, of a high social status like Mattathias, you understand, to influence them to do wrong. You understand? First Maccabees goes hard, showing us these devils that were frying our brothers, cutting off tongues and limbs, evil as F. And like you said, we couldn't call each other like now with Kanye. Nah, absolutely, Shawap. Absolutely. Understand? And if you brothers ain't read first and second Maccabees, I guarantee you, go read both of these books, you understand? And it will bridge the gap, you understand, between a lot of the stuff that happened in the New Testament that you don't understand. By brothers being called Gentiles, brothers indulging in certain customs, and why a lot of Israelites spoke Greek, you understand, in the New Testament. You understand? You're gonna get all of that in the book of First and Second Maccabees. And you're going to understand how the Romans came into rulership by reading the book of Second Maccabees. You understand? Salakia, though, right? Where was I? Verse 19. Then Mattathias answered and spake with a loud voice, though all the nations that under the king's dominion obey him and fall away every one from the religion of their fathers and give consent to his commandments, yet will I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our fathers. God forbid that we should forsake the law and the ordinances. We will not hearken to the king's words to go from our religion either on the right hand or the left. Now, Mattathias, he was just offered silver and gold. You understand? Mansions. He was just offered uh, 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 he was just offered a high position in the society of the Greeks. If all he would do was bow down to the king and do what the rest of these heathens did. Mattathias said with a loud voice, lie. Hell no. Boy, we ain't doing none of that. Nah, man, we not indulging in none of your festivities, your holidays. Nah, bro, we don't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. Nope, we gonna keep circumcising our sons on the 8th day, bro. And all of this weird stuff that you and the rest of these heathens indulge in, yeah, me and my sons, we ain't with it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Verse 23. Now, when he had left speaking these things, there came one of the Jews in the sight of all to sacrifice on the altar, which was at Modan, according to the king's commandment. You understand? Now, Mattathias just said this with a loud voice, so everybody heard him. But here you go. Here comes Charles Barkley, Creflo Dollar. You understand? Steve Harvey, some nigga. You understand that wants to be the first nigga to do something wicked. You understand? The like it's the same type of spirit that you see niggas in today when they posting pictures on Instagram of him eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You understand? Or posting pictures with niggas at the strip club. You understand? They want to outright show how much they're attached to the oppressor. They want to show you how much they doing it live. You understand? How much they doing it big. Or you niggas ain't never had no sushi. You understand, with the shrimp and the crab and all of these nonsense and abominations. You understand? That's exactly the spirit that niggas was in back then. You understand? That this nigga went so far as to listen to everything that Mattathias said, and then still went to go disobey. You understand, the Lord, and boasted about it, and did it blatantly. You understand, to disrespect not only Mattathias, but to disrespect the law of the Lord, because he wanted to indulge in the lifestyle of the oppressor that ruled over him. You understand? Straight sucker. You understand? A man with no cojones. You understand? A man with no integrity. You understand? A brother that's worthy to be put to death, just like he did. Slaki, I'm jumping the gun. Verse 24. Which thing, when Mattathias saw, he was inflamed with zeal, and his reins trembled. Neither could he forbear to show his anger according to the judgment. Wherefore he ran and slew him upon the altar. You understand? Mattathias was so goddamn mad, he was sitting up there shaking, looking at this dumbass nigga. Me. Oh, bro, he got us fucked up. Niggas like you, the reason why we suffering in our own goddamn land. He went over there and killed that dude on the same altar that he was finna sacrifice a goddamn pig. Understand? Verse 25. And the king's commissioner, who compelled men to sacrifice, he killed at that time, and the altar he pulled down. Thus dealt he zealously for the law of God, like Phinehas did unto Zambri, the son of Salam. And Mattathias cried throughout the city with a loud voice, saying, listen to this good. Whosoever is zealous of the law and maintaineth the covenant, let him follow me. So he and his sons fled into the mountain and left all that ever they had in the city. Man, he said, look, bro, check this out. Anybody that's zealous for the law, anybody that's going to keep this law, that's ready to go to war behind this, come follow me, bro. You understand? And that's exactly what Commander General Yohana did. You understand? That's what Commander General Yohana did every time he went out to camp on them damn street corners. He said, man, look, if y'all niggas love the children of Israel, if you love your families, if you tired of being in poverty, you understand? If you tired of not, if you tired of living in this empire and being oppressed, you understand? Not having no justice on what happened to your fathers, you understand? Your foremothers, your forefathers, your cousins that's in and out of prison, you understand? The drugs that they poured into your community. Man, put on all black, you understand? And come help us serve the Lord so we can get up out of here. That's exactly what Mattathias did. It's the same spirit that Commander General Yana had on him. You understand? And that he has on him until this day. You understand? Salakia. I'm going to jump down to verse 34, verse 64. Wherefore, ye my sons, be valiant and show yourselves men in behalf of the law, for by it shall ye obtain glory. You understand? This is what Mattathias told his sons on his deathbed. He told them to be valiant of the law. You understand? Meaning go to war for this law. You understand? Because Mattathias understood that it took violence in order to protect his nation. You understand? And Barakatah Yahweh Shah, you understand? The SHIT is going to hit the fan again. You understand? So all of you fake Israelites, you Christians, you understand? You brothers that's in the world that look at us like we crazy. And look, take heed to the prison prophets of the Lord. Because Jeremiah 16:16 said, look, he gonna send fishers at first. You understand? And we trying to fish you in. You understand? Because the Lord is having mercy on you. You understand? Just like he had mercy on brothers like me. But when Christ come, man, we gonna be hunters. You understand? And you gonna understand how much violence is going to be spewed out on this goddamn planet Earth in order to protect the children of Israel. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Y'all by Shem Shah Barak thumb to the brothers. Y'all Shamar Lathan by Shem Shah to the sisters. Salakia. Before I get up out of here, let me do a quick roll call to say the water to the audience. You understand? Kayla, I appreciate you, princess, for tapping in. Matam Yad, my nigga. Yaraga Bar, my nigga. You understand? So WAP, congratulations again, brother, man. Keep pushing. Sade, the water sis for tapping in. I definitely appreciate you. You understand? Not the Zab, I appreciate you. 2 out of 1. You understand? You already know you, my nigga. 1968, man. I definitely appreciate your presence, brother. Go ahead and come get into these physical classes, you understand? And tap in with us, man. We gonna be at you real soon. Man. With that being said, Shalom, Israel.